All right, another match for the Crazyhouse World Championship 2025. Larso's first game. We are several weeks into the candidate stage, and Larso's back from his Mexican holiday. He's recharged. He's ready to go. Now we got a match. All right. Pretty typical opener. Nothing flashy. Nothing amazing for either player. Excuse me. So, yeah, knight e5. White trying to bait black in here, get this pawn up on e5. Black responds with h6. Yeah, black, just wants to get this out of here. Be interesting to see if black yeah, I think Larso wants to keep this diagonal open for pawn at h3, I believe, is the idea there. So by playing h6, he wants to force white to take the knight and then recapture with the pawn on the e file. Yeah, Larso plays bishop e6. Yeah, e4. I wonder. Larso's got multiple attacks here. We'll see what he goes with. If he goes for a knight sack on f2, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he would have wanted taking this bishop here. You have to recapture, then opening up the h file. I don't think that would have been a good play. So we'll see if he decides to go for f2 or c3. Crazy 8 already really low on time too. Yeah, Crazy 8 really low on time. Trying to work his way in on the light squares. Unfortunately, it's not getting too far. Yeah, Larso just ignoring this, going for also attacking on the light squares. Yeah, Cruise 8 definitely looks to have the edge here. I'm not quite sure why Larso was not open to giving up these squares that easily. And I mean, even picking up these two pawns here. I mean, yeah, black can recapture with the rook there, but I mean, you got pawn g6, h5, g6. Huh. Bishop g5. Can't say I'm entirely a fan of how Larso's playing this out right now. I mean, I guess we got these big pockets in White's defense right now that Larso can can exploit. Yeah, it seems like larso. Okay, bishop g3, I was looking at that. Bishop g3, yeah, pawn f2. I mean, does larso sack, and then pawn g3 or even h4. This trading here is just not very efficient for black. But queen d6, yeah, you can start a, these dark squares are quite robust for black. About 2 pawns and a rook in the pocket right now. Crazy holding 4 knights in his pocket. Yeah, queen f4. And of course, getting a time scramble going on here. Queen e4, queen e4, and then g. Yeah, good move there. Bishop h5. Crazy 8's only got knights in the pocket right now. Excuse me. I'm still coming off a bit of a cold right now. So yeah, it definitely looks like this is swayed towards Larso's in Larso's favor right now. I think he really needs to take with that rook there. No, because even rook at h7 is just mate. Yeah, rook at h7 is just mate. I don't think he's got anything right here though. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know if c5 was the good move there. c5, I think a4 was the better move, but we'll have a look on Stockfish after. Getting into a scramble now, and oh man, Larso's just trying everything right now. It's actually look at white has just gone across the board here, coming full circle. All right, a little bit of pause in the action here. Yeah. Looks like there should be mate here for black. I'm not. Yeah, e4. Knight coming in on c4. Yeah, this is not looking good. White resigns. All right. Odd match to begin the series. A little bit, excuse me, a little bit sloppy for black initially, I think. Yeah, look at that. Black had a mate in 4 here. Yeah, I thought this was the better move right here, a4. A4, black has nothing to play after this. If white goes to a4, yeah, I mean, white's safe. White's safe there. But I mean, it's hard. You get into the time scrambles there, but you only you got a couple seconds to think. You got to make a snap decision. But all right. Hmm. Yeah, tricky. Oh man, was castling there the best decision? I mean, tricky position with the knight there. I mean, you got the bishop and the knight attacking both these squares. It's not an easy defense for black. Now pawn g6 or f5. Okay. Yeah, white going for try and get the dark squares. Probably starting on e5, I would imagine. Yeah, there's e5 at e5. I mean, still relatively safe. I mean, this is still open. I wonder if white can maybe sack the queen. Yeah, depending on how black plays, I'm looking bishop takes the knight and recapture with the pawn. Sack with the queen. Pawn g5 and then knight f6. So crazy. Okay, crazy playing f5. Yeah, I like that. f5. F5. You're just taking the f6 weakness out. Let's say. Yeah, time ticking down for Crazy 8 again. Larso's really Larso's really powering through. 2 minutes, 34 seconds. Crazy 8, less than 50 seconds now. Yeah, definitely. I mean, now the queen threat on h6 is very real there. Pawn g5, capture the rook. There's not an f4 lead anywhere. So what's crazy? I got knight g4. Yeah, attacking f2. Attacking f2, opening that up. That knight's covering. So even if you take with the queen or the king there, you got something on e3 coming on. Yeah, Larso's turn to have a think. I mean, even right now, I mean the queen sack on h6 is still a threat. You're giving up. It's not really very efficient though. You're giving up quite a lot of material. Um, yeah, you're giving up a queen, a pawn, and a knight to get a pawn and a queen. Well, I don't really see anything else right now for white. mean, other than maybe just playing e5 at e5. But, and you're still leaving. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Head on g4, defend h6. Yeah, pawn e3, queen f2 now. Maybe. Oh no. Okay, f4, just picking up that knight. Wouldn't want to capture with the king. So yeah, Larso, has he got anything going on now? Is this something from nothing? Yeah, I mean, Black's king is just really, really well defended right now. I don't see anything readily apparent. I mean, you can always pick up the bishop. Queen f8, so I was looking at queen f8. Yeah, queen f8. I think the idea was to cover f2 there. But lots of options now for Black to attack. I wonder if Black could even play knight b1 there. Play knight b1, and then you're forcing the rook to recapture, opening up the f file, or you're moving. Fortunately, I missed that mate there. Let's have a quick look here. Mate in 6. Yeah, what's his mate in 6? Tricky, tricky, tricky. Yeah, knight b1. Mate in 5 there. Knight b1. That's what I was looking at. Knight b1. Yeah, you're just opening up everything now. Yeah. So knight b1. All right. So, a little bit of a different opener than before. Still 4 knights, but yeah, white playing h4, black responds h5. Yeah, we'll see who breaks, who attacks first here, and Crazy8 attacks first. Yeah. It's crazy. Maybe play knight h6. Excuse me. Knight h6. Knight h6. You got the bishop backing up the square here. You're getting this bishop out of the way. I mean, if you're playing knight h6, I guess you could ignore it and play h8. No, well, that doesn't work, though. Yeah, that doesn't work. Again, Crazy8 really taking his time here, getting close to a minute while Larso's only 2.5 seconds down, 2.4 seconds down. Yeah, he does it. Plays h6. Now here's what I was wondering though. Does black just ignore it? Black could potentially ignore, and I think if he does ignore, he's got to go h7. If he goes h8, then you get a double check coming in, and he does play h7. I think that was the better move there, because like I said earlier, if you were to take with the bishop, you're just allowing the queen to get in. And going for a queen sack, yeah, I don't like this for white. I don't like this for white. He's not really gaining any momentum, and then with a bishop and just 2 pawns in the pocket, bishop d3, yeah. Again, this is more inefficient trading here. You're trading a knight for 2 pawns, and you know, this isn't going to get you anywhere. Now, I think black's got to play a blocker on f5. If you were to put a blocker on g6, you're leaving this pawn open, or hanging rather. Yeah. But yeah, h8, good move. Yeah, black only's got a knight or 2 knights and a queen. So yeah, those aren't going to make the best blockers, especially black does not want to give white any knights in this position. Rook take h5, yeah, that was open. Oh, a little bit of a chess move there, g1, yeah. White's got no blockers now. White's got no blockers. White is in a heap of trouble now. Is he? Would that have been a better to double check there with the knight to f7? Excuse me. Yeah, Larso's just defending really well. Well, yeah, Larso's just defending really well. So, interesting game so far. We got 2 wins as black so far. Yeah, Toby says, why is black winning all the games? All right. Yeah, so knight f7 was the better play here, but yeah, black's king just retreats and then gets all the way over to c6. Tough. Yeah, I think white was just trading too inefficiently most of the game there. Yeah. Oh, I'm watching from Larso's perspective. We'll flip that around just to keep it steady. This, excuse me, this is looking kind of similar to 2 games ago where Crazy kind of took that win unexpectedly. Yeah, this is a tough move. I think black has to play bishop f4. I was looking maybe playing bishop b2, attacking attacking the rook and the pawn there. Seeing as how this knight is also attacking c3, threatening to pin the queen, but b2 is just met with pawn taking on d5, and then you're still yeah, you're still not really defending the king at all. So I think f4 might be the play right here. F4, white's only got a bishop in the pocket, so f4, e3, black takes, white recaptures. You're playing f4 again. And you're also attacking g2. So yeah, e5. This is what I kind of thought would happen too. If black were to retreat to f6, you're gonna get e5 problems coming in. Yeah, this is a shit position for white, or black rather. Black takes. You get knight on h5. Black retreats. You're just pushed back. Yeah, if black goes to e8, you just got knight g7, forcing him back to d7 anyways. Yeah. F4, okay. Yeah, I was looking at knight. Yeah, black just resigns. Excuse me again. Yeah, like I said, I'm coming off a cold right now, so my throat is just not happy. Okay, this position here, I thought that bishop f4 was the play here. Bishop f4. Yeah, and it looks like stock b2. Okay, yeah, b2. B2 works. I thought maybe bishop on b2, but at b2 works, but yeah, I thought this was going to be the play here, bishop f4. Yeah, this is just crushing for white. All right. What are these guys saying? Toby, C8 would have less than 10% and same with neutralizer, brown player, than plot and Japanui, 10 to 20% each, and majority playing split. Larso Chewy, GSVC, in my opinion. GSVC had surprising strong performance. URX has underperformed leaving Larso the last wild card. Yeah, I think right now Larso, GSVC, and Chewy are just in a league of their own. Larso doesn't seem to be pretty active playing Crazyhouse, but I think Dennis was trying to get on Larso's ass about scheduling a little bit, and Larso was like, yeah, I'll get to it, and he's playing Bughouse on chess.com for playing hundreds of games a day. Yeah, Larso is just he's you just got this wall of pieces here that's just impenetrable. He's really utilizing the bishops quite nicely as a defense, and white takes bishop, sure. I think if white needs to start trading efficiently in order to have any hope of trying to crack larso and then still have a viable mate position, let's say. Excuse me. Last game there, he was just way too inefficient with his trades. I use the word efficiency quite a lot. You exchange a knight for 2 pawns. I don't think that's very efficient. And I mean, speaking of which here, knight h5. Yeah, I mean, I guess unfortunately the way that Larso is just defending his black there, he's just kind of forcing white to take shitty trades, and then eventually just when white's run out of material, black kind of flips on the attack there. Yeah. Yeah, so king f7, taking another bishop. Still this lineup of pawns here. Yeah, what's looking weak here? I think this pawn here is definitely the weakest point. Yeah, I mean, you only got the king defending it. Unfortunately, to attack this pawn, white needs either a knight on g4 or, again, inefficient trades on the other squares leading up to f6. Yeah, and the time too. Larso just under 2 minutes. Crazy 8, 16 seconds. And yeah, so yeah, like I just said, getting there on f6, but unfortunately it's pin this knight down, maybe. I guess white's slowly making ingress right here. Knight g4. Black's still holding on for the time being. Yeah, black's still holding on for the time being. White's slowly whittling away, so I think white is just a little bit ahead in this position now. Show me g4. I get g4. Alright. He was secretly prepping by playing 30,000 bug games. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Alright, now how to continue this attack? Again, with efficiency in mind. Trading your pieces efficiently. I think white's gonna have to start getting the queen involved a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Now white's getting somewhere. The pawn structure was odd. And I think, can white still castle? Yeah, it looks like white can still castle. So if he gets into danger, you got the 2 bishops here attacking c3. Yeah. I think this is a little bit loose from white. I mean, white's only got 4 seconds, so he's really got to be... So he's really, sorry, yeah, white's only got 4 seconds, so he's really got to be quick with these moves here. Yeah, where's this going for black? Um, where's this going for black? Could white have just taken these? I feel like white could have just taken. I feel like white could have just taken these knights. I mean, good move there, right? You're blocking off this queen from reinforcing h5. And Marcel's time is also ticking down. Yep, h5, but unfortunately, gonna go for a sack. No, pawn e4. Yep. Yeah, I feel like Crazy 8 had a good shot here, but might have. I mean, it's not over yet. No, it's not looking too good now. Yeah. Oh, he couldn't. He couldn't take that there. Have a quick look at the analysis board. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so I feel like Crazy 8 definitely he was. Yeah, it looks like he's in the lead right here, but I think the turning point might have been. Where did the score drop? Let Stockfish think here for a second. Yeah, so I thought he could have just taken this. Right, you take that, black recaptures if he really wants to, or he plays like I guess knight g2. You play knight g2, and then you're opening up. I see. Huh, trickier than I thought. But white just a little bit in the lead this entire time. Where did it all go wrong? Oh, there it was. Yeah. Unfortunate for white. Yeah, unfortunate for white. Played fairly well. Just not enough. Just couldn't crack Larso. And this Larso's doing a fantastic job defending. Yeah, these two knights coming in now. These two knights coming in. Yeah, what's the thread here? Recapture. Pick the pawn up. No, just not opting for h3. Okay. I thought black would have recaptured, but f4. Yeah, f4. Just had to mute my mic there. I had a bit of a coughing fit. Yeah, f4. F4. Yeah, f4. White just. All right, what's the play here? What's the play here? Does white just go for no? Because I think if black plays e2, white just takes the knight. White takes, and then sacks on f7. Hmm. Yeah, sharp, 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 sharp. Yeah, no, Crazy 8, unfortunately, I think is going to have to G5. Yeah, because I mean, with the rook here, you got H6, knight at H6 problems coming in. So G5, defending the knight, defending H6. Larso's got three knights in hand, though. I wonder, E4. Hmm. I think E4 looks to be the safest bet. E4. Knight G2, okay. It's pawn E4. Yeah. Just pawn E4 that. Excuse me. Yeah, no. If white takes, you got knight E2 problems. Knight E2. Sacks on G7. Yeah, I was just looking at that. Knight F6. Pick up this bishop that's hanging. Maybe. That knight, yeah, that was not a good move. I was gonna say that, or that knight. That rook can just get pinned down on with bishop H5. Excuse me. Does white just have enough here to mate? Like, I thought white could maybe just feels like white should have had mate there. And Crazy 8 again, time ticking down for Crazy 8. Yeah, black just resigns. Have a quick look at the analysis here, but I feel like excuse me. Yeah, I feel like I mean, plus 15, yeah, plus 15, yeah. You're about even still after that. I thought for sure, playing, um, playing the sequence here. Oh, made in 14. Okay, yeah, made in 14. That's funny. All right. Larso actually castling this time. I think in the previous games there, he just kind of got that impenetrable wall of bishops and friggin' pawns going on there, and then left the king uncastled. All right. I haven't really been paying too much attention to this opening here. Yeah, I kind of think I like black here a little bit more. I think I like black a little bit more here. I mean, depending on where the queen goes, you can't go d3 due to pawn at e4. I mean, if you just retreat all the way back to e1, for example, you're leaving this pawn hanging. So g4. All right, g4. Yeah, I was looking at maybe at e4, knock this knight out of the way here, then move knight d4, then start attacking on the light squares. Yeah, cheeky little play there, pawn e6. Not really getting anything out of it though. And then sacking the queen on b2. Or b2, what am I saying? f6. So I wonder, what are we going to get here? Are we going to get some h6 or knight g4, pawn h6? Maybe black just or white just plays no, g5, bishop g5. Okay. I think this knight needs to get out of the way though. That's the thing. Oh, black just hopping for a sack as well. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what does black do here? What does black do here? e4. Okay. e4. I think even if Crazy 8. e4, yeah, Crazy 8 has to defend these light squares, specifically e2 and f3. Those are going to be pivotal in this defense here. Queen e5. Okay, interesting. Queen e5 takes something going in on. Oh no, he's just going for the bishop that's hanging. That makes sense. Yeah, Crazy 8 again, way down on time. Larso, a minute 13, a minute 12. Crazy 8, 15 seconds. Enough to defend G2 for the next 2 games, says Dennis. All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, can't white or can't black just ignore that? Doesn't even have to take, because then you're just opening up attacks on h6. So just sidesteps it. Queen d3 defending. Yeah, here comes Larso. Is just gonna start getting in on all these light squares. Oh, yeah, I don't know about going for that rook there. I think that was a bit of a mistake. You gain that rook, and I mean, like, black's king is still well defended. You need to start getting in on the dark squares to do anything, unfortunately. Yeah, this is getting a little bit, not cutesy, but Larso again defending well. Crazy with no diagonals to do anything. I mean, I guess he could have played. Knight knight h5, but black didn't have to capture. Yeah, this is not looking good for. I don't think they're okay. There's mate here now. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate. I think Crazy 8 is just making like some tactical errors there. I think Crazy 8's making some tactical errors. I don't know if someone said he's tired or what the deal is, but look at the analysis. I feel like his score is about to tank there when he took that rook. I mean, plus 13, plus 14. Plus 14 to plus 3 with that move there. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, he's not playing terrible. That's the thing, though. It's just Larso just seems to be really hard to crack. He's just defending so well. Another pretty similar opening to 2 games ago. Yeah, how's black now make some headway out of this position? Maybe one for f6. Yeah, get a little. Yeah, bishop g4. I thought maybe bishop g4. White doesn't really have any good blockers. I don't think black can take. No. Yeah, we're just kind of recycling pieces here now. So when's rook g3 coming in now? Waiting for that rook g3 to come in. Huh. Rook c8. Okay, interesting. I don't think that was... I think Larso just screwed himself there. He's got to give up this queen. I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, I think Crazy8 should have held on to that rook there and used like another bishop for a blocker. I know he's trying to pick the queen up there, but... yeah, with these two knights here, there had to have been some sort of a mate there if Crazy8 had held on to the rook. I don't see it. Yeah, rook g3. That's what I'm talking about. GSVC called it. Get out of there. GSVC's stream sniping me. He's watching my stream. Alright, now what's Crazy8 do in this position? I think honestly just pawn g4. Pawn g4, start getting in on the light squares. Or does he... Guess he wants to get this knight out of here. Yeah, we'll have a look at the old stockfish. I think pawn g4 was better. I think pawn... Alright, Larso taking his time thinking about this one through, though. Yeah, pawn g4. I thought pawn g4, start getting in on the light squares. But then was there something else here if black had played knight f3? I guess that would have been obvious. Come on, man, give me that pawn g4. Yeah, there it is. Excuse me. Yeah, Toby's saying why is knight not free on f4? Yeah, take it and then just play knight e2. Knight e2. I feel like this was a little bit bullish from Larso. I mean, maybe he's just trying to get the pieces out of here. CA playing scared. Yeah, maybe. CA being scared. Yeah, I mean, this is Crazy8's game to lose, unfortunately. I feel like he was in a better position a couple moves ago. Toby's, oh no, not that one. Yeah, what's Larso coming up with now? Come on, man. Give me that pawn G5. That's all I want to see is just pawn G4. Sorry, G4, not G5. There we go. Now we're making some inroads. White resigns. There we go. Thank you. Light squares. Oop. I'm going to look at that game. Excuse me. All right. Tell me I'm wrong here. Tell me I'm wrong. I guess I am wrong. I mean, not the most terrible play there, actually. Not the most terrible play. I mean, it was better than that, though. -10, 1.4, pawn, -3, so slightly better. So slightly better. Crazy finally gets one. What a wins here for black as well. All right. Yeah, Larso again playing this like impenetrable wall. What's crazy 8? C4. C4. I feel like white's just got to ignore that. Play D5. There's just way too much coverage on the dark squares. Yeah, D5. I think that was the better play there. D4. Yeah, I don't know about taking that. Taking that as white. But, yeah. Takes, yeah. Gonna have to start trading here. Unfortunately, I mean, these two squares, F6, H6 are... What is this here? Dennis just goes question mark, question mark, question mark. Yeah, what is this? What's this bishop E6 here? Was the idea to get like some exchanges here to get knight on F7 maybe? Larso is no fool. He will not be fooled by that though. But yeah, you know what? That might have been a play there, was to a little bit of trickery from Crazy 8. Yeah, now this F3 is going to be a point of contention for black. Yeah, I liked knight G4 here for... Knight G4 there. So bishop F5. Yeah, bishop F5. I was thinking even bishop F4. Bishop F4. Knight e5 again. Bishop f5, this little trio. Show me f4. Yeah, black's just slowly making headway now. Black's just slowly making headway. I don't know. Bishop e6, knight g5 here. I feel like bishop b6 would have been kind of cheeky. I suppose f5, attack the queen, attack this light square. But with 4 knights in hand and then maybe picking up another diagonal, I don't know. White got knight g6, queen h7 ideas. Yeah, knight g6. Yeah, good point. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Knight f4. Yeah, knight f4. These 3 knights, yeah. This is Crazy 8's game to win. Yeah, knight g5. Does Crazy 8 just start hammering these squares? Yeah, I feel like this is going to be one huge exchange of pieces right now. I think Crazy 8 has to be careful, though, with e2 and then a queen or a rook in the pocket for black. But Larso kind of blocked himself, I think, a little bit there. Knight at f3, tricky. Larso doing Larso things and just defending really, really well here. Crazy 8's, again, time is ticking down. Everyone's saying knight at f3. Yeah, what's Larso got here? There's just going to be a mad dash here. Come on, h5. Show me h5. Nah, he's got to defend. I got the impression C8 likes bishops. Yeah, what a mad scramble this is just going to be. This is just going to be throwing pieces at the board for both of them and just seeing kind of what sticks, maybe. Pawn... No, yeah. H4. Pawn G5, maybe. F7 fiddle blunder. Rook H2. Rook H2. Bishop Well, that should be mate there, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Crazy 8's game to win. Three six. Can Crazy 8 pull out another win here, maybe? Even it up a little bit more, 6-4. Yeah, how's Larso? A lot of theory in this opening line here. Takes. Black plays. Excuse me. Black plays d5. No. Pawn. I thought pawn f5 would have been the play there. Yeah. Takes. H6 is just always such an annoying move to play against, no matter where you are in the game. It's just so annoying. But I wonder. I was gonna say, does he just ignore it? Is he gonna play not G7 now? Yeah, at G7. So I'm thinking here, get a little pin going on. Pin this knight. Ideas for black. Pin that knight. Pawn D4. And then you're also picking up this pawn as well. So what's Larso do? Black's safe here. Yeah, a little bit annoying. Knight F5. Does black play H8? Excuse me. Does he play H8? Does he play H8? Because if he plays G8, pawn G7 comes in. And he can't take with the knight due to it being pinned. F7. F7, D5. Yeah, I saw D5. Larso still got two pawns in the pocket too. So although for Crazy 8, if he ignores this, if Crazy 8 ignores this, Larso takes, Crazy 8 takes. You're opening up this file here for D2 ideas, whether it's pawn or bishop. Might be better with the bishop. You take with the knight. You take the knight. Queen moves up. This pawn's hanging. Little queenside castle. Sack e6, and then yeah, I thought sacking e6 might have been better. And yeah, king h8. That's what I was looking at too. If king h8 was better, we'll look at that in a sec, or after this game's done, we'll have a look at that. But e6, yeah. Now with this castle here, e6. Yeah, now we got the D file opened up. queen, yeah, queen G7. Is there a mate here? Is there a mate here? White takes, black. Don't think so. XF8 ideas. Yeah, take on F8. That might be a game plan there. Take F8. Black will probably recapture instead of going E7 or D7. E7, interesting. This is not looking good for Mr. Crazy 8 now. Oh, yeah. A bit of a blunder there for Crazy 8. Damn. Damn. Made in 4. Oh. Alright. Let's look at some ideas here. Yeah, H8. H8 actually favors black a little bit. And I thought sacking on... I think sacking here might have been... Because what was I thinking? At D2. At D2, bang the king around a little bit. Yeah, I guess you gotta play something in the meantime here. I don't know, what did... Excuse me. Yeah, well, good games. I felt like Crazy 8 did not play his best, but things... that happens. Yeah, that was a bit of a blunder there. I think he was expecting, or I think he thought that he still had this E7 bishop, but he did not have that E7 bishop. Larso trolling a little bit. You know what's funny is, I mean, Crazy, I mean, +7, take that. Yeah, unfortunate. Well, good games to Larso. Guy's good at Crazyhouse. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see when the next match pops up.